Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Beagle3280 here. Welcome you guys to another episode of Let's Play Kirby's Return to Dreamland. So last time we thought we were egg engines. I do apologize for such a gap in uploads and everything. Just a lot going on. But we're back here again, and we're going to be doing all of egg engines. I also do have a special announcement to share that, I do not remember that being here. I have to check back on that, whatever that is. That might be the boss room, actually. Yeah, it could be the boss room. Anyways, right now on coffee, which I might take it off of coffee uploads, or coffee early uploads, whatever, is a brand new series I got going on with some of my friends called Super Smash Draft. You guys, if you guys are viewers of mine and have seen the series announcement video, you guys know about Super Smash Draft and how it kind of works. But the first official video is right now available on Coffee for any $1 a month minimum people. It's only $1. Because I mean, like, oh, you little fucker, keep tripping it by mistake. It's only $1 at the minimum. The maximum you can do is $5. But I don't really, deserve the $5 a month. But if you want to do $5 a month, I would greatly appreciate it. Your support goes a very long way. And even being a viewer of mine is helpful to me. I'm just gonna get rid of the mic, because mic is a good ability, just only get 3 uses of it before it disappears, and you have to like go find a new mic, and all you can really do is the screen thing with mic too, so. But yeah, Super Smash Draft is available on Coffee right now. What'll happen is after the first version of this is done, which is me and my friends are going to be doing the version right now, which is version 1. I do have an updated version of the game, an updated version of the system I want to try, and use that as a yearly thing called Super Smash Draft September. Smash Draft September will happen, of course, every September. Every year, and you're under that rule set. There's a couple of like changes from the base game rule set. I mean, but I'll just save that for when Smash Draft 2.0 comes. I also do want to mention that what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I do want to mention that it'll be on a separate channel called the Pound Pals. I'll have it linked in the description. It's a channel I made specifically for when my friends and I do content together. It's not because I don't want to have one channel dedicated to nothing but my content, but I want to have a second channel so that way I can have like content with my friends. People are asking, when the next Pound Pals video is going to be happening. It'll happen on the Pound Pals channel as opposed to what's happening on my channel, where I usually do solo content. Because the Pound Pals content can be anywhere between me and a friend to up to like 4 friends doing any kind of random given thing. Like we could be playing Betrayal, we could be playing Uno. It's anything, honestly, on the Pound Pals channel. But we'll be talking about that whenever that becomes a more prominent thing. So anyways, here at Egg Engines, the first dev level, we have these bed icon things. These are the sleep power-up. Sleep is actually an ability in Kirby that does absolutely nothing. Like, Kirby takes a nap. That's what sleep does. And it took all the way until Kirby in the Forgotten Land for it to have any kind of, like, purpose outside of doing nothing. Because in the Forgotten Land, the sleep ability does have a benefit to it. If I'm not mistaken, it's been a little while since I played Forgotten Land, but I have played the game 100%. It is... Oh shit, we gotta go back now. Damn it, no! We gotta kill ourselves because we're... Damn it. Fuck, I'm just gonna exit the stage and probably cut back to where we were before, or I might just talk. Since I kind of have to, I'm kind of wanting to give you guys more content anyway, because it's been way too long since I've done some uploads. Like I said, I do apologize for that. I do apologize that my Spyro stream seemed lackluster. I was just now getting back in the groove of doing that kind of thing because I don't stream often. Streaming is hard for me because even though streaming is mostly improv, it's just a lot to take in because of the fact that I can't, just go back and edit out a fuck up. So when I say a fuck up on stream, it's a fuck up. There's no way to fix it. Right. Let's get back to this here. Yeah, like the draft thing, something I came up with. I was just kind of like thinking about it because I saw how NL's New Legacy Inc. does Stable Wars, which is a neat concept, and I kind of wanted to do something similar without being WWE games because if we did wrestling games, I'm afraid people are being like, you're ripping off New Legacy. No, there's a difference between being inspired by New Legacy and completely copying the form. Now, if I was to make Stable War, if I was to do something like Pound Pal Stable Wars, and we all pick a character or whatever, do all that, that'd be kind of copy. That would be copy, but more or less inspiration is what Smash Draft is. It's inspired by the Stable Wars. It's kind of like another thing it's kind of just something else I wanted to do just so I could see if I can get somebody to play with me, do some videos with me, because I honestly kind of don't usually like to ask to do collabs because I'm really awkward when it comes to that kind of thing. And we used to do videos with them when we played Overwatch, but since I quit playing Overwatch, I haven't really done any kind of thing where I ask them if we can play together or stream together, whatever. Because I honestly do not like Overwatch anymore. The game kind of just pissed me off in general. Because we used to play all the time, we used to play all the time. We'd play all night, and 99% of the time we end up getting our asses whipped. That's mostly thanks to Smurf accounts. Although there was one time we legitimately got our ass whooped, and there was a hacker in the game. But that was in the original Overwatch. I haven't even played Overwatch 2 yet, because I don't have the game installed anymore. Like I said, after all those bad times with Overwatch 1, I didn't even want to give Overwatch 2 a chance. It seemed like the game was already going to upset me enough to, try to play it. Like I said, I used to enjoy Overwatch, but after we used to play and get our asses kicked every time we turned around, I just wasn't interested in playing anymore. Oh, there we go. I kind of solved that puzzle. But I forgot if you hold down B to charge, it does like a big laser beam, like that. Fuck off laser beam. See, it's been too long since I played Kirby again. It does feel good to be back in the recording studio, though. Well, if you call my sitting room the recording studio, then yeah, it does feel great to be back behind this screen again to do this kind of thing. But I'm thinking about maybe releasing Smash Draft early, and then not having it be like co-op exclusive for the rest of the series. And then, because as I said before, the next when Pound Pals does version 2 of the draft, it'll be in on a separate channel. Okay, I guess I can't do that puzzle. Thankfully, it's not for a. Yeah, they wouldn't lock the gears behind an unattainable area. The game really has to be able to be beaten that way, just like how the game is. It feels like it's built for multiplayer, but the game is able to be beaten with a single player. Okay, so we have some bomb guys who were got the stars for the Mega, for the I think it's the Ultra Flame? Monster Flame. Oh, my phone's been blowing the hell up all day today. And it's mostly just the same old crap, but it's a lot more often than it used to be. I remember when I had a phone back in high school, I was dying to just get some people's like numbers to contact or social medias to connect with them on and just, you know, talk with them. But after all those years of, you know, never really connecting with anybody outside of my friend group, of course, nobody really, I never really got the social skills that I should have had. And I just never really got used to the idea of my phone blowing up. But now, it blows up almost all the time. And I am actually happy for that because, you know, like I said before, I'm going from never having, you know, a notification half the time to just getting blown up every single day. It feels kind of good. I mean, sure, they're all just for, like, it's mostly just for Discord, for people to put a message to me on Twitter or whatever, the same old stuff, but even then, it still feels good to be a woman. Pull these things up here. And here I am back at making really kind of shitty commentary. I've never really been the kind of commentary kind of guy, because like I said before, I don't really have the social skills I probably should have. I pull this sucker up and we unlock the area for the spears. Let's go! Yeah, what I'd like to do is, I'd like to be able to do some more video content with Pound Pals, aside from, you know, what games we can play online. Because the problem being is that to play locally, we either have to use Parsec, and my internet connection is a lot better, but last time that we used it, my friend said it was still super laggy on his end, and we're not sure if that was his internet or my internet. We haven't tried it again since, but I am on better internet now. Just to tell you how better the internet is. The internet I had before, when I tried to upload a YouTube video, I would literally have to set up the schedule to have it be able to be available at 7 in the morning. Because that's when I want to have my videos uploaded and stuff, and have my Twitter, mainly send out a tweet, tell everybody know that's going to be available at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's it, the timed tweet, scheduled tweet, whatever you want to say. 7 in the morning. It would take all night, really had to have my computer on all night just to have it up there. I uploaded Super Smash Draft the night after we recorded it, and I went through and post and put everything together and everything. And it literally uploaded within 35 minutes. That is how much better this internet is. And I fucking love it. It's so great. But yeah, I want to do more content like locally, because I'm not sure how Parsec is going to work now with my hopefully better internet connection. But the thing is that in order for me to really take my Elgato outside of my house, is I have to have my computer, and this thing is a desktop, so moving it around isn't, you know, is a little bit more easier said than done. So that's why I want to try to get a laptop and either get another Elgato, or leave it at my friend's place, or get a laptop and take my Elgato with me wherever I go, and record off of that. The problem, of course, being, you know, the cost of everything, but hell, maybe I'll become, you know, 1 million subscribers overnight and be able to get my computer. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. Let's go ahead and hit that goal post. I'm gonna go ahead and tell somebody happy birthday real quick. Did I say it right there? Pretty sure. And here I am debating it while I'm trying to record. Okay. Day 5 Energy Spheres unlocks copy room 4. That's cute. Alright, so this is a 4-sphere stage. This shouldn't be too bad. Bring it on. Okay, we got spiked enemy first, or got spiked box first room. But yeah, it's like some of the games I play on Pound. I like to play on Pound Pals. One of them would definitely be Kirby Star Allies. I beat that game probably sometimes when after it first came out, and I'm like itching for a reason to play the game again. And one of the things would be the multiplayer aspect, because something about Kirby games is that they're a lot more enjoyable when you have multiple people to play with you. But I don't really have a lot of people to play with me, because it's kind of just me, my dad, and his girlfriend living with us right now. And usually when I record videos, it's almost the middle of the night and they're in bed. And they don't play video games anymore, so... Well, Dad doesn't play video games much. But, the reason I do it at my friend's house is because that's also where we're all meeting up with each other at most of the time. Like, every other Saturday, we all go hang out with each other. The other thing is because the dogs get riled up if we have company. Which isn't a big deal, but you know how it can, you know, be a bit annoying having to deal with the dog all the time. There's that. We tend to be kind of rowdy, and with people sleeping, I don't want to wake people up to piss them off. But yeah, I'm trying to like collect a bunch of different stuff we can do for Pound Pals. So I'm kind of hoping it's going to kick off as me a decent little channel. Something akin to like how the Party Crashers are with their channel. Because they got like... Because all of them are like YouTubers on their own. Or YouTube and streamers on their own. and then they have a collaborative channel together. And a lot of times they also make videos that collaborate with each other on their own channels too. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do with Compounds, is make a collaborative channel, because honestly, playing with my friends, I miss playing with my friends, because I used to play with my friends all the time online. But after a while, I kind of just dropped off. A lot of mixture of just not really finding any much fun in a lot of the games we were playing, because at the time we were playing a lot of different games. Most of the games all were like mostly survival games, which are fun, but the problem with survival games is the same problem I have with RPGs, is that you get to a point where you pretty much have to grind to do freaking anything. Which admittedly isn't a terrible thing, because honestly, if it was a bad thing that you had to grind, then RPG probably would be one of the worst rated genres out there. But from my understanding, well, from what I know, RPGs generally do have a very good reputation. For instance, Paper Mario. Paper Mario, you don't really have to do a ton of grinding, but there is some aspect where you're going to want to grind out some levels and stuff. But it is also overall one of the greatest games. One of the greatest RPGs Nintendo has made. I really, really enjoyed the first Paper Mario, and I even enjoyed the first 5 minutes that I played of Thousand Year Door, and I do hope I can probably buy the remake, because I do want to play the game. Just I do have the ability to play the game via Dolphin, but Dolphin has this weird thing where it kind of sends like a thing of the screen itself overlaps for a second. I can't really describe it, but the screen looks weird when you're playing the game. I'm not sure if it's my Dolphin settings, not sure if it's the game itself or what it is, but it does that. And in all honesty, it's kind of annoying to me to have to deal with it. I mean, I probably could get past it if that's my only option, but if I can get a hold of the remake, I like to also play that because it gives me an excuse to play on my Switch again. I haven't played on my Switch in a good little while. It used to be my main console, but after a while, I kind of just haven't touched it much. Not to say I don't enjoy the Switch, because I do really, really enjoy the Switch. It's got some great games. Just I've already beaten everything on Mario Kart has to offer. I've already done World of Light on Smash Ultimate. I don't really care the most for Breath of the Wild. It's not a bad game, just I myself don't find as much enjoyment in it as everyone else has. But it also could be me again about my RPG thing. I'm not a big RPG guy. Like, there are some games I will... There are some RPGs I enjoy, like I said, like Super Mario. Majora's Mask is a fun one. Never beaten the game, but it's a great game. Oh my god, it's a great game. I'd love to play it on stream sometime. If I can, work out what to do, because I kind of got stuck when I first played it and didn't know what the hell to do, and a lot of the guides I looked up weren't really clear enough of what I needed to do to get it fixed. But now that I've seen a ton of different randomizers of it, I do understand the game, because even though some of the items are randomized, I know that there are some items can only be, or some items are obtained. But even though that they are randomized, it is a randomizer, I do know what to do in some areas. But before I do Majora's Mask, I'm going to want to do A Link Between Worlds, one of my all-time favorite 3DS games, and one of my all-time favorite Zelda games too. Literally, A Link Between Worlds is an amazing game. I know it's just a Link to the Past remake, basically, but Link Between Worlds is one Zelda game that I had actually sat down and 100%ed twice. And I even did it to the point where it's a I did it to the point of 100% that was like beyond 100% sort of thing. Like I went and got all the upgrades for all the items, including the net and the lantern. I went and got every single heart piece. I went and got every single Mai you could find. I even maxed out my Monster Tails, Monster Horn, and Monster Guts. Oh, Smash Ride sub-game. I'll have to try that one out, because I do not know what that game is. All the Mai, all the items. I even went and got the max rupee count. I went and got the max, yeah, I got the max rupee count, max lives, the best armor, the best shield, the best sword. And even got the 2 optional fruits for the game. The B badge. All the bottles, like really everything that the game had to offer, I went and did it. It's a great, great fucking game. I would never do that for any other game, unless I really, 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 really liked it. And Link Between Worlds, I loved. It's a 3DS game I think would be on my like 3DS Mount Rushmore. My 3DS title Mount Rushmore. 3DS title Mount Rushmore. Definitely be Link Between Worlds to be one of them. I think my other one would have to either be Mario 3D Land or Kirby Triple Deluxe, because I enjoyed the hell out of those games as well. Triple Deluxe, I beat both the base game and the DDD tour. Although the DDD tour was kind of like meh, because of the fact that like you had to play through the whole game and all the ability you had was the hammer. Still a really, really good game though. And it was pretty neat that the final boss of DDD Tour was actually a callback to another Kirby game. I'm pretty sure it was another Kirby game. Because it's like Meta Knight, but it's not like it's like an evil Meta Knight. Shit, I might have the wrong ability. I did that wrong. But it's like an evil Meta Knight, and he's like inside this mirror. I think it's from Kirby the Amazing Mirror. Might even be a different Kirby team altogether. I don't know my Kirbyology. I disappoint you guys for being such a fake fan like that. Although I did, I have also played through Epic Yarn. That was a great game too. Like there are some Kirby games where like I know that Mass Attack was also kind of fun. I barely made it through much of Squeak Squad because I never owned the game myself, and when I played it was on my cousin's PS. And I haven't played that game since I did that day. But I do remember having a shitload of fun on Epic Yarn. I remember one time I wanted to play with my friend, but what really ticked me off a little bit was for the yarn transformation levels with the train, is you had to take turns rolling the thing, and my arm at that time would like go numb if I held it in the same spot for too long. That's why I hate doing the train one, because I kind of just like to pass the train off to him. Since in single player you had to do that by yourself, no, you have to take turns in multiplayer. But like I said, it's not like it's a bad game because of that in particular. I enjoyed the game. I did also like the aspect of it, like there is no lives, so you could like die as much as you wanted to. Oh. Yeah, as much as like you had to, you could, you know, die, and you wouldn't game over. You would instead just lose some of your deeds. You had to go back. A lot of newer games nowadays also have that option. Like I think it's a thing in Mario Wonder, where there's no life count. I don't know. I haven't played Mario Wonder. I've just seen some gameplay of it. There's a lot of games I'd like to play, but I just can't right now. But one of them is definitely Mario Wonder. It looks like it's a fun game. The Door remake is definitely on my list. And before, I know that, like I know it's probably gonna get mentioned at least. But yeah, I have heard about the whole controversy that they had with it. It's whatever, honestly. Because I mean, like, wasn't the Japanese version that Vivian was like a guy who thought he was a girl or something like that? I'm not sure what the whole story was. I know that in the original Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, Vivian was a girl. There was no debate about it. But again, that's another common thing that we used to do here in America when it comes to that kind of thing. Like another one was Gracie from Animal Crossing. Like in America, Gracie's a girl, but in Japan, Gracie's a flamboyant man, I believe. It's been a while since I've seen Chugga's playthrough of Animal Crossing, and even then, Gracie only shows up for like a couple of episodes. But from what I understand, I thought Gracie was a dude in Japan, but it was a girl in America. There's a lot of different cases like that. Like one of them is definitely like the whole mystery around Birdo. Because in America, Birdo's a girl, but outside of America, Birdo's a guy. I know that Birdo makes an appearance in Captain Rainbow, which is a Japan-only game, and it prefers to be called Kathy. It's a weird thing, but you know, whatever. Like I said before, it's whatever. I don't really give a shit. I just find the games and I want to, you know, play Paper Mario. Or like another fun RPG too was, I forgot to mention in my list of RPGs I enjoyed playing, was Mario and Luigi. The whole series is great. I especially loved Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story. Although Partners in Time was probably one of the best games. There's actually one of the games one of the Mario Luigi games I wanted to play more than anything growing up. I never got the chance to because I didn't know the DS. Fuck you, Spear Boomer. Yeah, I never had a DS growing up, so I missed on a lot of like the really good games like New Super Mario Bros. And Pokemon Black and White, Black 2 and White 2. That game on the DS that was really, really good. Some of the Pokemon games. Diddy Kong Racing had a DS remake. It wasn't exactly the best, but it wasn't, you know, terrible either. I did actually, I do actually own the game because I have it on. I played it on my 3DS. I do own the game. Just I wasn't really impressed with it overall. And that's also because I came from, you know, playing the original on N64 for like years. Because that was pretty much the only game I really had. Well, it wasn't like the only game I had. It's like one of the only other games I had besides maybe a handful of N64 games like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. That was dog shit from Tony Hawk, still am. What else was there on this? Super Smash Bros. The original, which I played that game to death. Boy, slug. GoldenEye, which you guys already know about my love for that game, because I played the shit out of it. Well, I played the game as the Let's Play, which I still am continuing. Once I can unlock Aztec in Egypt, I gotta get back on the game and attempt to grind out those levels, because Frigate is starting to give me like Frigate and Bunker 2 are giving me the most amount of shit you can possibly get from that game. Because it doesn't help that those levels require like specific things to be done, such as Circus 2 requires me to be able to, you know, go do these destroy these cameras on top of saving Natalia and getting the tape. And the cameras aren't the issue, it's more or less stealth, because I am dog shit at stealth. Like, I can be quiet, no problem. But you're gonna expect me to kill these guys without getting caught using only a throwing knife, which does the least amount of damage in the game, to my understanding. It might be a lot stronger than I think it is. Just I remember, you know, I kept getting caught every time I used the throwing knife, because the guy would spot me and he would pull the alarm before I got a chance to take him out, or he would call in reinforcements and then they would, you know, gun me down with clobs, which kind of pissed me off a little bit, because the clob is the worst gun in the game, bar none. It is the worst gun you could possibly get in GoldenEye. It does jack shit and damage, it's inaccurate as hell, and you empty a mag faster than I can empty a bag of peanut M&Ms. It just... That's the problem with the club. And the worst part is that, you know, the guards can dual wield the clubs, and when the guards have the gun, you're gonna get your ass whooped. And when the guards, or when you have the gun, the guards are just gonna be like, keep tickling me, I enjoy this. It's bullshit. Kibble blade. And he's dead. But yeah, that's my problem with GoldenEye that I'm kind of facing right now, is Frigate's finicky, maybe it's frigid, I don't know, I don't think it's frigid. I don't know how to pronounce it, I think it's frigate, whatever. The ship level, we'll call it that. The ship level is a pain in the freaking rear because of how expectant it is with its requirements to get stuff done. Because you can't let so many hostages, you can only let so many hostages get slain before the game tells you you let too many die. And those hostages will get in the way. Or if a guard even remotely, you know, here's a mouse part, he'll shoot the hostage. Before you even get a chance to even stop the guy from shooting you. It is one of the biggest obstacles there. Aside, like I said, aside from, you know, doing Bunker 2. I have everything else pretty much down pat, except Bunker 1 also. Bunker 1's a bitch. Because I did end up getting very, very close to beating Bunker 1 once. But the problem was Boris ran out before I could finish it up. And since Boris ran away, I failed the achievement because I have to have Boris there and alive to go to the computer and get me the information. And that's what sucked about, like, because that's what sucks too, is that, you know, Boris also gets in the way of your shots, so if he dies, you lose the mission. If he runs away outside of the bunker facility, you lose the mission. If you get to Boris and the computer blows up, you lose the mission. If you get the information and then you kill Boris, and then you get ambushed by guards because the alarm goes off and you disable the security system to get you the data you need, you lose the mission and you get fucking killed. It's just... it's ridiculous with that mission in particular. But I just know that Aztec and Egypt, the two levels that are unlocked after you've beaten all the levels on Agent and Secret Agent, they will, I'll probably get shit stomped the first couple of attempts to try to beat those levels. Although technically I can show you guys Aztec and Egypt. Just the problem being is that it's on the N64 version and I do not remember how to use those controls to save my life. Because with the game that is now, like, dual analog on a system that wasn't dual analog, that's where the whole kind of problem lies. Is that the N64 was dual analog. Oh, okay. N64 wasn't dual analog, but I was used to playing on an Xbox, which is dual analog, so I can have better control over my camera, or my point of view. Because it feels more natural, like a Call of Duty game. But on N64, it's just really awkward. Especially going back to it years and years later. And the reason why, and it's kind of funny that I mentioned the whole thing of it feeling like a Call of Duty game, considering the fact towards the end of the GoldenEye games were made by, well, towards the end of the 007 games, they were made by Activision. They did a remake of GoldenEye, which was somewhat received good, but somewhat received bad. Because I know at the main, I do own the remake. It's GoldenEye on Wii, but funnily enough, I never actually played the game. Kirby on the draw. Yeah, I never actually played the game yet, but I do own the game. And I'd love to, like, try it out. Just like I said, there's some mixed things about it because they kind of just took the game and they reworked it completely, where GoldenEye is no longer the GoldenEye that we know and grew up with on N64, and it replaces the Bond with the Bond at that time instead of Pierce Brosnan. And a lot of the levels are kind of like cut out or edited. Like, for instance, I think Statue Park is not in the game. Both of the surface and bunker levels are combined. Stuff like that. But the originals are usually, when it comes to like remakes of games, the original ones are usually always better. In most cases. Like, there was a remake of a game I remember getting, and I actually really enjoyed it. I forget what remake it was, but it was a very, very, very good remake. I know that Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were very good remakes on 3DS. Oh man, I gotta reply back to my dad. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this thing now, but... yeah, Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were a fun remake. I forget what else was remake that I remember getting and I enjoyed it. I know that, well, I mean, it's not really so much a remake as it is a port of the game, but Rayman Legends Definitive Edition was great. It wasn't, you know, like the greatest game of all time by any means. It's not in my Mount Rushmore of gaming. I did enjoy the game very, very much. It was really kind of cool to, like, because I grew up with, well, I had original Rayman Legends back on PS3, and I played that game throughout all high school. Maybe it was after, yeah, it was during high school. I remember because I had a friend over who I don't really hang out with much anymore, although we do talk over Discord. We played Dreamland Legends together because we were in high school at that time. That's also whenever they got me interested in wanting to play. Shit, I think it was a Maximum Tornado that flew by there. I mean, wanted to play Monster Hunter on 3DS. Monster Hunter on 3DS, yep. I remember that game. Can the keys pass through Gordo? They can, cool. Oh no. Oh. Thank you, you're so forgiving. I'm stupid. Grab it. Lock the door. But yeah, they were into Monster Hunter on 3DS, which I did play for a little bit, and then I just kind of quit playing Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is not my kind of game. Not bad. Just not really something I would, you know, put a ton of hours into. And if you would, that's cool. You do that. But I myself do not see myself doing that. My friend also tried to get me to play Final Fantasy on the Final Fantasy online game on PS4. I think it was 14. Yeah, it was 14. I think was on PS4. It's one of the Final Fantasy games that are not like the main games, which I think were 12 and 14. I don't know much about him, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be able to tell you. But yeah, I remember he tried to get me to play that a lot, and I couldn't get into it. There's that, and it required a subscription service, so that kind of just went to the wayside relatively fast. I did enjoy playing what I did play. Um, yeah, and in case you're wondering, I did play the girl character because, you know, who doesn't play the girl character if given the option? People do it in Pokemon, will do it for any kind of RPG that gives them the option. Gives them the option. Personally, I think it's kind of funny always playing the girl character. There's that. I usually used to always play the guy character when I played games, so I'm just like, you know, well, I'll play the girl character for a little bit. There's also that when I did play Pokemon, when I did have Pokemon, I did have both versions. They had a 3DS and a 2DS. My 3DS was a replacement one because a kid at school stole my original one, and then tried to tell me he didn't take it, even though I watched him take it on a bag. He didn't have it in his bag, so he must have sold it off to somebody real quick. Either he hid it in his locker or something. But I remember going to him about it because I couldn't find it, and that's when we couldn't find it in his bag. And I know he had it because he's the only other person I knew of that would, you know, be able to, you know, see it or even touch it when we were in class. Because at that time I was playing a shit ton of Smash 3DS at school, and I ended up losing a Smash 3DS with everything unlocked. Save file. A Pokemon Y playthrough with the event Blaziken, which that still pisses me off to this day because I loved that Blaziken. Me and that thing went through all of Kalos, whipping everything's ass with his double kick. And I lost it because that motherfucker stole it from me and sold it. Or hid it from us where me and the assistant principal couldn't find it. And to this day, I still never forgave him for that. I never will. I haven't even spoken to him since I graduated. That's also because we haven't seen each other since I graduated. Not that I really want to see him anyway. But if one day we end up crossing paths again, you know, maybe I'll get some answers. I'm not, you know, saying I'm going to be violent, because I'm not a violent person. I wouldn't swing at somebody unless my life is completely in threat. If I am in a fight or flight situation, guess what, motherfucker? I don't got wings. Okay. This boss, I remember this boss. Metal General. Alright, so this guy is a pain in the fucking ass in the extra playthrough. Because, for those of you who don't know, Kirby games have a habit, I'm not sure when it started exactly. Because, like I said, I haven't played every Kirby game. But Kirby games have this habit where they have a second adventure. And, Return to Dreamland is one of those games that have that second adventure. And basically how the second adventure works is you will play through the game again. You'll have half your health bar. All enemies do more damage. And the bosses become an EX form. And the EX forms generally are a lot harder than their original forms. In Metal General EX, or DX, whatever it's called, Metal General DX is a pain in the fucking ass. I remember playing this game back when I was in high school, because I had... Yeah, I first played it because at the library, instead of playing Smash one day, I decided to play another game that they had, which was Kirby's Return to Dreamland. And I liked the game enough that I rented it, and I would rent it whenever I had the chance again. And I would, I eventually did end up buying the game. No, I ended up getting the game on EX mode to, the next boss. And never been able to like beat the game from that point. And then I got my Wii U and bought the game on WiiWare, and then my Wii U died, so I lost everything for that. But if I ever do get to that point again, I'll be surprised. Welcome back, Kirby. From here is just a hop and a skip and a jump to Landia's mountain lair. That fearsome dragon lives on the far edge of Halcandra, on the very peak of the volcano, surrounded by intense flames. The road from here gets a little bit rougher, but I'm sure you'll be just fine. Just hurry up and smash that dragon to smithereens. So we have, I think all the copy rooms are now available to us. So I think it's time that I kind of like show off some of the do some of the copy room things. Either that, or we just do something different, like some mini games. We unlock this. We unlock that one. Samurai Kirby, I remember that one from, I think it's Kirby's Adventure. The other one's from Kirby 64. That one I do not know, I think I'm looking new. Megaton Smash from fucking, Superstar Ultra. That one I really enjoyed was Superstar Ultra and Megaton Smash. I think it's what it's called. Crackety Hack. Must be a different name for it, because I know that it was called, I think it was called Megaton Smash in the original. Well, let's play Smash Ride. Okay, control your Smash target unique with the control stick, and then forward using A. Open your rivals out of the range of points, hold X to try to put attack, and then smash. Defeat your formidable rivals in the band of thieves known as Squeaks for extra points. Oh, the Squeak Squad! Yeah, we'll do a quick round of Smash Ride and then we'll end the video there. Oh, you're Meta Knight. D2DDD. Yeah, I can't wait till we do Smash Draft when we get to, till we get to, Smash Brawl, because Brawl was one of the games that I remember playing a shit ton of. I did enjoy Brawl mostly because of the fact of like, well, I do like Brawl because of the fact of like DDD makes his Smash debut. And DDD has always been my favorite character from Kirby, next to Meta Knight. But the DDD thing is mostly because of his music. Every Kirby game, it does not fail. They always give DDD some kick-ass music. Like Mass DDD from Triple Deluxe, all-time fucking favorite song. Or the DDD theme in Wii U and Ultimate, or in Wii U. That was fucking awesome. Awesome song. Well, we have another Kirby in this one. I'm not sure if it's explained in the lore why there are different colored Kirbys, if they are like a real thing. I don't keep the Kirby lore like I probably should. Ooh, butt munch? They might also only exist to like warrant the idea of having multiple characters play Kirby. I know that's kind of where they started, was in Smash 64, because I know that originally, I think it was Miyamoto wanted Kirby to be yellow, and Sakurai wanted him to be gray, or pink, but they made him gray in the Game Boy version, and that point forward, Kirby was pink, and then in Smash, they gave an alt skin for Kirby that made him yellow. Alongside also being green and red. But maybe I'm confusing some stuff, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know Kirby lore. I probably can look into it to figure it out, if there is like an explanation to multiple color Kirby, because I'm not, because I don't think it's really even stated that Kirby is the only one of his race. But I might keep talking on my ass here. You guys will know in the next episode. Come on, you stupid! They're literally targeting me every chance they get. It's worse than the time I was playing Magic with my friends. Legit, I was playing Magic with my friends a couple of weekends ago. And, I was playing my friend's red deck. And I had one creature on board. It was a goblin that you could tap to do 2 damage to your opponent. Or do 1 damage to a opponent. And that's all I could do. I literally had, like, no lands. I had nothing in my hand I could summon. Because I had barely any fucking land on the game. On the board state, whatever you want to say. And even though I could do nothing, I was targeted until I was killed. I can't do fucking shit, and they were targeting me the whole time. It's worse than the time I was at New Year's when we played Mario Party. Mario Party brings out my inner party crasher, where I get like toxic. So that game literally is built to end friendships faster than Uno. But what the problem was is that no matter what, I would be in last place. And they would hit me for every time I had a curse dot. They would hit me every time that they only got the boot. They would hit me for every fucking time they could possibly hit me for anything. They would aim at me. And I've been dead fucking last that whole game. And I am, you know, the prime target. They do not know why. Oh, you fuckhead. Probably got third again. Oh wow, I actually came out on top. Yeah, I tied. Doesn't matter, I still came out on top. You can go, you know, shuck a big old fart out of DDD's ass there, green card. Anyways, yeah, like I said, I was targeted for every fucking thing, and it pissed me off. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video where we take on the last world of the game. Or we take on Landia. See you guys then.